Welcome back, everybody. Today is day 14 of our health accountability journey. I am the accountability doc, and I'm here to get you healthier. You've made it 14 days, 2 weeks in a row. We've been on our fiber journey, and I've been stressing for everybody to get enough fiber because 95% of Americans don't get enough fiber. For those that are new here, it's 25 for women, 38 grams of fiber a day for men. That's a lot of fiber. So most people don't get it, which is why I'm pushing you guys to take your fiber. If you made it 14 days in a row, congratulations. That is a tough task. Again, not many people get enough of their fiber. If you've done it for 14 days in a row, that is fantastic. And I hope that you've been noticing some changes to your body. Maybe that's better gut function. Maybe that's more energy during the day. Maybe that's a little bit of weight loss, less hunger, more fullness, better skin, better sleep, better mentation. Whatever it may be, I hope that you've been feeling better. And I hope that you continue on this journey so that we make it to 30 days in a row. So we're just getting started. Now today, I want to talk about bloating and how fiber can help with bloating. Bloating is very common. And bloating is that uncomfortable feeling of fullness, tightness, and pressure in your abdomen. People describe it like, my stomach is feeling swollen. I'm having pressure in my abdomen. Now, why does bloating occur? Bloating usually comes from a few of these reasons. One, there's gas buildup. You have gas building in your abdomen. And gas is produced when your gut bacteria ferment carbohydrates in your colon. Gas builds up, things can move more slowly, things can get trapped, and you might feel pressure and fullness. 2, constipation can cause bloating. Well, because there's stool in your abdomen. When the slow transit time occurs, stool will move slowly. This can cause fermentation to increase, and then again, gas stays in your intestines longer, your colon stretches, your belly gets bigger, and that stretch can cause pain and pressure as well. 3, water retention in your intestines. All that water makes your belly bigger. 4, there's gut microbiome imbalance. So certain changes to your gut microbiome, again, can cause distension. Now let's talk about why fiber can help with bloating. Fiber improves your gut motility. It prevents backup. It prevents constipation. When stool sits too long in your colon, again, bacteria ferment it, gas builds up, pressure increases, bloating, big belly. But if you take your soluble fiber, that absorbs water and turns into a gel. It softens your stool and it makes your bowel movements easier and more regular. This reduces that stool stagnation. So there's less fermentation, there's less gas pressure, and so you get less bloating. Fiber feeds beneficial gut bacteria, and then that leads to a healthier microbiome, which leads to more efficient fermentation, and then you have less excessive gas production. Although at first, when you first start out, increasing your fiber can actually increase your gas. This is expected because your body is not used to all that fiber. But if you continue doing it, over time, your microbiome will adapt. And then those gas-producing bacteria will kind of stabilize. Your transit time for your stool improves. Gas gets cleared more efficiently, and then you don't have bloating. Now, studies even show that consistent fiber intake for people with irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, can reduce bloating over weeks. Now, not all fiber behaves the same. So some fiber can make bloating worse, especially if you have a history of irritable bowel syndrome already. Not everyone, some. There are highly fermentable fibers, like some high FODMAP foods. If you're not aware of this, that's okay, but it can cause more bloating for some people. We won't get into it this video, but FODMAP stands for fermentable oligosaccharides, disaccharides, monosaccharides, and polyols. So it's a complex word. It's just a term for short-chain carbohydrates that are poorly absorbed in your small intestines, and then they ferment in your colon. Some foods are high FODMAP foods and some are low. High FODMAP foods can cause rapid fermentation, large gas production, distension for some people, especially those with IBS, but not everybody and not necessarily to the same extent. Low FODMAP foods like psyllium husk, for example, they have slow fermentation, they have less gas, and they're better tolerated for people with IBS. We'll go into detail in another episode, but I just wanted to mention that there are some foods that are better than others for some people. Not everybody has the same reaction to high FODMAP foods. So if you made it this far, again, congratulations. You've made it 2 weeks in a row. That's an awesome achievement. So let's just keep going. And it's totally okay if you don't make it a day or two here and there. As long as you're trying your best to make healthier choices, less processed foods, a little exercise, more fiber here, and whatever way you can, as long as you're trying to be a little consistent. A quick recap today, I have gotten my fiber this morning. I had some oatmeal for breakfast, which was about 5 grams of fiber. For lunch, I had a large plate of beans and other vegetables with some meatloaf. That was about 15. I had a lot of beans and vegetables like cauliflower and broccoli. It was pretty good. And then for dinner, I had a lot of Asian food, again, with rice, meat, and vegetables, a lot of vegetables on the side as well. That probably was like 12 grams of fiber. And then my supplements for the night, Metamucil, fiber gummies, and some fruit to top it all off. I'm over 40 again, so I've been able to achieve 14 days in a row. In these 2 weeks, I've noticed that I've been having more energy, better sleep, less bloating, better mental clarity, and less brain fog. I've been noticing that I've been having less hunger during the day and staying fuller for longer. Now, we're just getting started, so I'm excited to see how things change later on, maybe even with my blood work moving forward, if I can do it for, let's say, a year. So, again, we're just getting started, and I hope that you continue with me on this journey because I think it'll pay off for your health in the long term as well. That's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a like, subscribe, and comment down below if you have any questions or concerns. Comment down if you've been able to make it 14 days in a row. I'd love to hear your journey as well. Thank you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.